Well. Welcome to week 1 of 50 for recaps. Now, this recap is actually quite painful because I have a giant ulcer here and it hurts when I move my arm. So I will be talking a little bit like this. It's hot, I'm sweaty, and I'm uncomfortable. The purpose of this is really just to provide insight of what I've done for the week. And this is probably one of few where I'll be wearing the Dubois method t-shirt. So shout out to Rawdon. I normally don't wear collared shirts, keep it black. And when I decided that I was only going to wear black shirts for ease and simplicity, he decided you should have a coloured shirt. I used to work with a man helping me with the comp prep, which was great. So the recap of the week is I implemented to reach 2 to 3 cardio sessions, 20 minutes. And the reason for that was one, to improve cardiovascular activity. So doing a light sweat. So get my heart rate around 60, 70% intensity, a little bit of a puff, burn a little bit of fat, but also to work on the phone to build some content as I'm looking to be more active on the social media content to help people with fat loss. Go figure. I've been on this journey now for myself since August. I was 110 kilos. Pretty unhappy with the body comp, though most people say it's hard to be over 100. It's not. I'm of the belief people are like, it's really hard to put on weight. I'll say this lightly. What we do gets us to what we want. So we have to make a change to get to where we want to be. And a lot of people might make tiny changes or not huge changes. And the reason being is like, it's uncomfortable to get to a heavy weight, like the dirty bulk or just putting on mass. It's like, yeah, put on 110. I think it was about 33 to 35% body fat. So I went from like 2 years ago being like 3 to 7%, depending on the scoring system. But here are the pictures of me now. Sitting about around 102. I actually want to get down back to 90 because I just don't like having it sit on me. It's just heavy. We've got doing about 14,000 steps a day now with barefoot shoes. I've actually now got plantar fasciitis in the left heel. It's just like I get up and I have to stand and I'm like, oh, God. I'll move the feet and then I'm good to go. It's just like that initial phase from sitting. So the calves are really tight. Now for that, I am also training calves 4 times a week compared to once or twice. So there's a few big changes going on. So the recap is really just what I've implemented, what did I do? So I set out to do 2 to 3, did content, got on the post, got that done, got the work done, got ahead, trained 5 times, a little unstructured as I checked my hip up. So it was a bit catchy, so I was just managing what I could within an hour window because I was training with the missus. Kate's a lawyer. Here's a great picture of her. And she trains 3 times a week. Or 4 times a week, 1 gymnastic sessions and 3 weight sessions. We train 5 times together because she enjoys training. So really just sticking to her training sessions, still lifting, benching up to 100, which was cool. Dumbbell rowing, 40, I think 80 to 38. So then I ended up doing 42s, just because I wanted to push any of it. Every upper body focuses on arms because this here, like, is not a significant peak. I would call this a pipe arm, or as Kate and there's this guy in the gym called Ben, and his arms, like his bicep, like my arm is the size of his forearm. So like that's 17 inches, that's 11 inches. He's got 17, like he wants 20s. So he made pipe arms. That's pipe, that's my arm. So I want a massive peak. So I want to obviously, boom, yeah, like that. Not to a point that much, but so I need to really focus on training my arms about 2-3 times, pretty much every upper body session I do. So that's kind of what happened in the week. Body comp like weight. Scale weight is just a way to track how am I going. It'll fluctuate through the day, but just looking at it as a consistency over the week. So average of 102.3 is our average this week. And looking at the photos here from the front, we can see got some quads. No real striations in the quads yet, so we're holding some fat mass in the thighs. You can see a little bit of a line down the middle, so we're holding the upper abdominals. We can see a bit of the sides, so the love handles coming out, so that would tell us that maybe there's some carbohydrates we're overindulging in, cereals, mueslis, all the delicious food. So probably need to tidy up nutrition a little bit. You can see there's a bit of a curve, so maybe scoliosis. Did book in to see the chiro. You can see in the front of the body, the right shoulder is a little more elevated than the left. Back definition there, so we can see the internal rotation of both the arms. Seems about level. There's a little more lift in the right shoulder, a little cleaner. So it looks like there's a slight rotation more through the right side. So we definitely need to, we can work pecs, but working from a more lengthened position. So doing some dumbbell flies with a pause at the end. Got an anterior tilt, so there's more loading through the lower back, which I already feel when squatting. See the calves are really engaged just standing, so that's definitely tight. So if we were to draw a line from the heel up, you can see that my mass is sitting slightly forward. So we would able to shift that back. The abs are pulling tighter. That'll help correct the anterior tilt. So work on the hip flexors and opening them up, strengthening those glutes, and probably strengthen tibs and lengthen calves, and really work that upper back. You can see on the back side, you can see the right shoulder rolling forward even more. So yep, cool. That confirms what we see from the front. And then we can see like little lines through the lower back. So there's actually through the lower back. That's why we're getting back pain, and also because the anterior tilt, but there's lack of mass through the lower back, so we need to strengthen that. You can see the erector line there nicely, so we want to tighten that up. Sunburn, as Kate will always tell me, get the spots checked, which I do need to do. Slight external rotation through the left femur on the legs, so that's that slight turn. So we need to work some glute minor work, glute med, and calves popping, which is good. Muscle flex. And you guys can be like, but Karl, those arms are 17 inches, that's bigger than my arms. Yeah, but it's about the aesthetics of the peak when you flex. Like, we shout out to Dang, this guy's got size 13-inch arms, when he flexes it's 20. So like, damn, big peak. See, that's just genetics. Thanks mom, thanks dad. So like the muscle belly touches lower, so it's never going to be as big a peak, but it's just something I'm always going to strive for. More definition on the right side compared to the left, actually having a harder time externally rotating the left arm. That does look like the right shoulder is still elevated, so that means that the light is having a harder time depressing. Cool. So that's a view of that. Meals. Was doing shakes in the morning, but now I'm going to be changing it to meals in the morning. Doing these beef jerky, grass-fed, with one slice of gluten-free bread, butter, a bit of veg, to get started in the morning. Was doing coffees a week ago. This thing persisted, so I cut caffeine. I've got coffees out since Thursday, so see how that goes. Salt washers in the mouth just to get it to ease off. Super annoying. So yeah, doing 4 meals a day. So do light meal in the morning, post-workout, I'll do a big meal, 50 grams protein with 50 grams carbs, veg. Meal 3, have at home, so I'll make myself. And then the last meal will be a magnesium protein shake. So like 1 scoop of magnesium, then 1.5 scoops of white wolf with some fruit. The reason for that is we'll be wrapping up stuff like this. It's now 8:30 p.m, so it's late at night. So having a shake is just lighter, easier to prep. easier digestion, and so getting bed to by 8:39, 9 the latest. So it's now time to wrap up, roll out, and be asleep by 9, because I've shifted from waking up at 5:30 to now 5. So that's a quick recap. Because I'm not talking too much, I'm not going to break down the full check-in sheet. I'll do that next week. So then, that's the recap. Hope you enjoyed the photos, the videos, and adios amigos.